All right, guys, welcome back. And we're here with day number 3 at Saratoga's opening weekend. Today we're going to be handicapping the Saturday card once again, going through races 2 through 5, handicapping the early pick 4. And I will go through each race as I have before, letting you know how it play out and giving you my pick 4 ticket towards the end. So stick around for that. This video is going to be uploaded very close to post time. I was waiting to see the track conditions today. I know there was some rain in the forecast, so I was trying to wait to see what kind of track conditions we'll get to see if we'll have any late scratches or anything. But the weather turned out fine. The rain looks like it's going to hold off to later on in the day, so we should be able to get through this card fast and firm, hopefully. If any changes do come about, I will leave a comment letting you know how I'm making those changes. But as of right now, we're fast and firm, and hopefully our handicapping holds up to that. We're having a pretty slow start to the meet. We're not really counting Thursday, as I said. The track conditions wasn't to our liking. Yesterday we had a pretty bad go of it. We did win the late pick 4, didn't pay too much. So right now we're looking at a minus 95 to start the meet, but it's a long meet and that number is for sure to get better. So um, stick around and we're gonna dive right into it. Get right into race number 2, the start of the early pick 4. We have a 6 furlong starter allowance for $50,000. This is a 7-horse field, and in this race we went 3 deep. We was looking to go 4 deep, but we have a tougher race and a second leg that we wanted to go 4 deep in, so we only went 3 deep to start out. In its field, in this race, first things first is lacking a little speed. That's what I saw, so I wanted to include at least one of the 2 speed horses in here. I left one of them off my ticket that you'll see coming up, but let's dive into each one of these horses, and I'll let you know how I think it'll play out. So we have the 1 horse, 21 Morning Line, ran by Manny Franco, Edward Baker trainer. Um, this horse doesn't show like it's going to have much class today. Um, it scratched on June the 19th for a low-level 12-5 claimer. He's coming out of claiming 10 races, claiming 8 races where he won. New connections. Manny Franco does jump back aboard. He's faced this level twice before. Didn't run too well in those races. Lost to a horse in here that we included. Yeah, I think this horse is just going to be up against it. He might be mid-pack. I don't see him getting the lead or being a too much of a pace factor. Even if he is, I don't think he's going to be classy enough or fast enough with his numbers to hang with him late. We left him off our ticket. The 2 horse we included on here, Luis Saez, jumps aboard. He's the hot jockey so far to start this meet. He jumps aboard for the first time. We like that angle. He's 10-1 Morning Line. Only knock against this horse, he hasn't won on a fast main track yet, but does have good numbers at the condition, at the level, at the distance, at Aqueduct. He's ran a couple of, a second, third place finish. He's facing off track in his last 4. You know, this horse is 10-1 Morning Line. He's going to be mid-pack, hopefully to be a little bit tactical today and close up if the race breaks down. We included the 2. We also included the 3. This is one of the speed horses that I mentioned before. This is the one I included. The 3 horse ridden by Jose Ortiz, trained by Bill Mont. New connections for the first time. It's kind of coming out of a 62.5 allowance, first level allowance restricted to 3-year-olds. This is a little bit of a class drop in my opinion. Even he won only for $10,000 in a slop. That's his knock against this horse. But second time out on a fast going, new connections, hot connections, should show speed and a little bit of a paceless race. We included him at 7-2 with Jose Ortiz. 4 horse we did not include on here. I just think he's not classy enough. He's an Ontario sire. He's going to be coming from out of it. Faced this level of competition last time out in a 6-horse field. He split those horses, ran 3rd, beating a length. another knock against this one in these three scratches below. It was for a $20,000 claimer, a $20,000 claimer, and a $10,000 claimer. Scratched twice last time out at the gate. Stewart scratch means it was at the gate. The trainer didn't scratch him. I think he's going to have a couple setbacks. He's going to have to run a huge race today to win. At 6-1, I'm leaving him off the ticket. The 5-horse, even money more than line. I thought it was a little bit of a short price on the 5-horse in here, but you must include him. My Rad Ortiz Jr. jumps back aboard. He just broke his maiden at the maiden special weight ranks. Even though he's stepping up in class, a lot of the maiden special races, maiden special weight races, it's classy enough against the rest of this group who's been facing claimers. I believe the 5-horse is going to sport a little class in here. Is Virginia bred, but Irad Ortiz Jr. jumps back aboard. He's one of the faster 3-year-olds. I believe the fastest 3-year-old in this group, facing older. I believe he's going to run a huge race at even money, but we're going to try to beat him, like I said, with the 2 and the 3. Hopefully, to knock down this even money shot. But we did include him on a ticket. The 6 we did not include. Feel like he's going to not be classy enough. One went last time out coming in a slot for $35,000. I think he's going to be up against it today. Dylan Davis jumps aboard, trained by John Stevens. He should run a good one. I just think he's going to have too much to do late to win this race. The 7-horse, it was the 4th horse we did not include, but we gave a look to. The one knock against this horse, he's only won since his 2-year-old campaign, which was in 2019. Did show good speed last time out. Loses Irad Ortiz Jr. Was a claim back for this trainer. But in this, this horse hasn't ran good for this trainer in the past. As we can see, raced dead last in those 2 races by this trainer. Loses Irad Ortiz Jr. today. Should show good speed. Is stepping up in class. We do like that angle a little bit in here. But we left him off the ticket at 5-1, and we included the 2, 3, and 5 in here to get us out of the first leg of the pick 4. And our second leg of the pick 4, third race of the day. We have a mile on the inner turf, restricted to age 3-year-olds. Allowance optional, claiming first level allowance $80,000. In here we went 4 deep. This is the race where we try to get up a little bit of a price, and it's extremely competitive in here. We have an 8-horse field. We first included the 1-horse in here, trained by Chad Brown, ridden by Irad Ortiz Jr. Chad Brown has had a cold start to the meet, very slow start, but we're going to continue to bet Chad Brown. We know his numbers of the past. He's going to start heating up. It's a 3-year-old on a turf. That's some of his best numbers. He's coming in fresh. First start of the 3-year-old campaign. Has to have a bullet workout. First start of the year. First workout of the year. He's spotted for this race, 4-1. He should be tactical. Should get a good trip at the rail. 2-horse. He's going to be the speed of the speed in this race. Even though there's a couple of other runners that's going to show speed, we're looking for the 2-horse to maintain things on the front end, be the speed of the speed. Jose Lozano gets aboard, jumps off of a live mount in here to ride a horse that he hasn't ridden before. New connections. Cherry DeVoe gets aboard, trains now. New connections, solid connections. Doesn't have blinkers. Is stretching out for the first time. Is the lone second time starter in here. That's a plus. He is your morning line favorite. Should be the speed of the speed. I want to quickly go down to a horse that we use who Jose Lozano jumps off aboard. Speaking of speed, we're going to jump down to the 11-horse in here. Almost went a little bit too fast. Trained by David Dunk. John Velasquez gets aboard. We love this jockey. Especially on a speed horse. This horse did debut with blinkers, mile in the 16 on a good track as a 2-year-old. Did not run good that day. First start as a 3-year-old showed great speed. Has shown speed in his 2 starts as a 3-year-old. California Chrome as a sire. Know how he ran as a 3-year-old. He's going to show good speed. Has shown speed and second at the level and condition. The only knock on this horse is Jose Lozano jumps off. There's other speed in this race. I don't necessarily think he needs the lead. But from that outside post, is going to be able to make a decision early. John Velasquez is a good jockey. I think he'll be able to lay close and be tactical on a couple of these runners. Another horse we included was the 10 horse in here. This horse is proven on the dirt at this condition, actually at a higher level. Allowance optional $100,000 on April 25th, going a mile and a 16th, winning that race. Pretty clear. Was trained by Steve Asmussen. One knock. Ricardo Santana Jr. does jump off, but this is new connections. Luis Sayas is your hot jockey. Danny Gargan is a good trainer. Should be tactical in this spot with a lot of speed. Doesn't necessarily need the lead, but should lay close. Could be there to pick up the pieces. Horse we bet against in here is the 9 horse. Jose Ortiz jumps back aboard. Did run against that 11 horse last time out. Did run behind him. It's an Ontario sire. This was just a bet against today. He's gonna probably run a good race. It's gonna be there. I just think at 3-1, his price is a little short in here. For a couple of other reasons, I think he's going to get a trip that a number of horses that are going to get in here at higher prices. We just left him off the ticket today. Hopefully, a couple of our runners that we got here gets to jump on this 9 horse. I believe the 10, and 11 will be in front of him early on, as well as the 2 and the 1. Couple of other runners in here that I gave a look to. The 7 I did not include. It's just another speed factor in here. I think there's just a lot of speed in this race. Hasn't run routing. Hasn't won since his 2-year-old campaign. Loses Joel Rosario out of the Christophe Clement born. Orlando Noda is a good trainer. Manuel Franco drives today. He's a speed factor. Did run the fastest race as a 3-year-old. That's a note. He was the 4th horse, the 5th horse we left off the ticket. Didn't want to go extremely deep in here. Had to take our stand somewhere. The 7 horse does draw a look, but the 1 knock, he hasn't won since his 2-year-old campaign and hasn't won in the United States yet. So left him off the ticket. The 6 drew a little bit of a look. This offer claim for Robertino Diodoro. Good trainer, good jockey, good connections. Should show speed, but hasn't won on the turf. Is stretching out for the first time. Stepping up in class. New connections. A lot of question marks. With this horse at 20-1, we left him off the ticket. A couple main tracks only in here. 3 horse we gave a look to. Hasn't won since his 2-year-old campaign. Trained by Mike Maker. Driven by Ricardo Santana Jr., who gets off of that 10 horse today. We gave this horse a look. We just believe that the addition of blinkers is a little questionable. Did run a nice second last time out without those blinkers. Hasn't won since his 2-year-old campaign on the dirt sprinting. Hasn't won on the sprint. Hasn't won on the turf. Hasn't won routing yet. Couple question marks with this horse at 8-1. We're just going to leave him off the ticket. That leaves us going 4 deep. We're going with the 1, 2, 10, and 11. Once again, we're looking for the 2 and 11 to be up there close on the front end, with the 1 and the 10 getting a little bit better trips than hopefully the 3 and the 9 who we're betting against today. So yeah, getting out of that race with the 1, 2, 10, and 11. That takes us into our third leg of the pick 4, race number 4. We have a mile and a 16, first level allowance stake bred company. Class rate number 95. First off, the 1 horse we did not include in here. This horse was 50-1 last time out. Did get a win for a starter optional $32,000. I think he was coming off an extended layoff. He's going to have to run a bigger race today at a tougher competition. I just think he's up against it today. I don't see much speed coming from this runner at all. I don't think he's going to be classy enough. He has a weight disadvantage against a number of these horses. I think he's just going to be up against it today. The 2 horse we gave a look to. Mark Cassie trains. Junior Alvarado just broke his maiden for state bred main special weight. Ran a nice one last time out. We like to step up in class. 1 knock. Ortiz Jr. jumps off of this horse to ride a horse we did include. We included the 3 horse in here. Hasn't raced on the turf, but is spotted in this race for Todd Pletcher. We know his numbers are good, extended off the layoff. Should show speed. This race is paceless, really. We're actually for looking for the 3 horse to possibly be up there on the front end. If he could get the lead, that would be great. If not, he should lay close. And we included him on a ticket. 4 horse we left off. He raced a couple against a couple of number of horses in here. We just believe that today his numbers, he has a weight disadvantage, coming off an extended layoff. He's going to be coming from out of it. Ran against a number of these horses in the last race. Ran behind them. I think he's at 10-1. I think he's just going to have a little bit too much to do late in a paceless race. We left him off the ticket. The 6 horse trained by David Donk as well. We left him off the ticket. Draws a similar profile to the 4. A plus with a Jose Ortiz jumping back aboard, but this horse hasn't run on the turf, hasn't placed on the turf, or hasn't won on the turf in his career. So I think he's just going to be up against it today. Left him off the ticket. The 7 was a play against. We gave a look to him. Chad Brown runner Javier Castellano. This horse won his debut going a mile. He asked blankers after having a little bit of trouble last time out. But at 7-2, we chose not to use him. This race is lacking speed. The 7 horse doesn't show, with the addition of blankers, could show speed, but debuting for a mile doesn't look to show that same speed or have that speed to go with these early. We just bet against him today at 7-2, too low of a price. The 8 horse, make him my top pick in here. Driven by Luis Saez, Danny Gorgon. Once again, we're going to bet those connections. This horse has the best numbers in the field. Is competitive at this level last time out. Coming off an extended layoff, is spotted in this race. We like betting horses that are fresh in a high level race, and has been competitive at this level before. We use him as our top pick. Should be tactical in this spot and should be closing late. We also use the 9. He just ran second in a common race. We have half the field. 5 of the horses out of the 10 are coming out of this same race, and he ran second and showed the most tactical advantage to most of them in this field. So we include the 9 at 6-1. Luis Saez jumps off to ride this 8, makes the 8 even a stronger candidate. Another thing to look at with this 8 horse, he scratched on May the 7th, going a mile and 8 at Belmont. Was a vet scratch that day. And we look at this 11 horse, who we did not give a look to. He ran second that day at the competition of level. It was a good track, but we're going to bet that the 8 horse might have won that day. And it was at this level of competition. So 8 horse should run a huge one, along with the 9, who's going to be tactical in a paceless race, and along with the 3, who hasn't raced on turf yet, is coming in fresh, hopefully to show speed off the layoff. 3, 8, 9 to get us out of the third leg of the pick 4, and that would take us to the last leg, the 5th race. We have a 5.5 maiden special weight H2 on the dirt. This was a tough race, guys. We saw pretty much all of these horses besides the 1 being able to win this race. We had to take our stand. This is the race we had to take our stand in. We're just going to go through a number of these races. We like the 2. Like I said, we like all these horses besides the 1, and we just took our stand. We had a Mike Maker first-time starter driven by Javier Castellano. We did not include him on the ticket. He draws a look with bullet workouts coming in. Nice workouts. The 3 horse we actually gave a look to with Luis Saez at 20-1. Orb Sire. Also, we included the 4 horse. He's a second-time starter. We like that experience in a younger race. He has bullet workouts coming out of that race. He was off to a slow start. We're looking for a better start today. John Velasquez jumps aboard like this jockey would, hopefully with a speed horse. 5 horse we had to bet against today. Gave a look to, ran second at this condition last time out. Gets the Lakes jumps off. Gets the Lakes off today, which is a little bit of a negative. Draws Irad Ortiz Jr., Todd Pletcher. These are strong connections. Was the favorite last time out. Ran a nice second. Might have bet him going into that race with bullet workouts. He was just a bet against at 4-1, looking for a little bit better price. 4 horse ran a better number last time out than the 5 and experienced that trouble. The 6 horse was another bet against. We gave a look to a second time starter who loses his jockey, so it is a little bit of a negative. Had bullet workouts going into that race, might have bet him. Um, just hopefully if he runs that similar race, he might still run big. He ran a big number last time out. Only knock is he didn't show much speed. We know we need speed in these type of races. Um, did not include him. Eric Cancel jumps off Saratoga, 50-1 shot, who was scratched early on in this race. Um, so I don't know why Eric Cancel would jump off of this horse, but he did. The 7 horse we gave another look to. It's a first time starter with bully workouts coming in. Should be geeked up and ready to run. Had to take our stand at 3-1. 9-5. Steve Asmussen, Ricardo Santana Jr. was our last horse we included on our ticket. Is your morning line favorite. Does have crazy bully workouts. These half mile works 46 flat, back to back races. That is tough. That is strong. We're looking for Steve Asmussen, Ricardo Santana Jr. already have a 2-year-old first time starter winner on the meet. We're looking for that to be the case again to close out our pick 4. Like I said, we're betting against a number of these horses in this field. We have to take our shot, have to take our stand. We're not seeing any of these horses running 46 flat in the morning. So, we're going to hope that the 9 who's beating these horses in the morning could beat them today. And if not, we're hoping for the 4 horse at a little bit of a price, has that experience. Did run a little bit, should improve off that effort. Does draw a 47 flat workout, bullet workout. So John Velasquez, we're looking for him to run a huge one. So just to recap, hopefully this video might get uploaded after the races start. My apologies for that, but maybe this gets out to you guys and you could play a pick 3 with the numbers I discussed. So race number 2, we went 3 deep in the Pacers race. Like we said, we went 2, 3, and 5. We're looking for the 3 to control things on the front end, the 2 and the 5 to lay close. Also give a look to the 7, who should be up there on the front end as well. But we went 2, 3, and 5 to get us out of the first leg. Second leg, we went 4 deep, and there's a lot of speed in this race. We went 1, 2, 10, 11. We're looking for the 2 and 11 to be up there on the front end. We're looking for the 2 to control things. We're looking for the 1 and the 10 to get good trips in behind them. 1, 2, 10, 11 to get us out of the second leg of the pick 4. Third leg of the pick 4, we have a mile and a 16 first level allowance stay bred company. We went 3 deep in this race. This is another paceless race. We went 3, 8, 9. We're looking for the 3 and a 9 to show the most speed tactically. We're looking for the 8 to lay close tactically as well. And hopefully to outclose a couple of other runners in here. 3, 8, 9 to get us out of the third leg of the pick 4. The last and final leg is where we took our stand in here. We went 4, 9 to close out the pick 4. We're looking for the 4 and the 9 to possibly show the most speed. There's a lot of speed, looks like signed on in this race with first time starters throwing bullet workouts. We're looking for the 4 with that experience to have a little bit of an edge, and the 9 who's working the best in the mornings to close out our late pick 4, 4, 9. So that goes for the early pick 4 guys. Stay tuned. I'll be doing possibly a video for the late pick 4 and as well as Delmar. That's going to get started a little bit later today. But so yeah, I'm gonna get into this pick 4 ticket, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Good luck.